Most of the lettering that we do on this site is what's called incised. In other words, the letter itself is cut into the wood and we don't touch the surrounding wood. This project is all about raised lettering. In other words, the letter itself remains on the surface and we remove wood in the area around it. The big difference is that with incised lettering, there are it's quite difficult to do details like this efficiently. So what we have here is curves that keep changing. We have odd round bits here, which it would be very difficult to run that into the groove, and it's just a very inefficient. It looks great. It looks great for a pen letter like this. It's called marker felt, this font, and it looks like that. It's great for this context, but actually not very good for carving. So I wouldn't be carving this in incised at all, but it will be really good for raised lettering, because the thing about raised lettering is what we're going to do is cut down the background as if it was a relief carving, level it off and set in this edge. Now that's the same thing we do in a low relief carving. If that was, for example, a leaf or a flower or anything you like, we'll remove the background and then we'll tidy this edge up, set it in exactly, leaving the letter itself. And what that means is you can choose any font you like, any shape you like, whatever, it doesn't matter. The process is going to be the same. So that's what we're going to do with this one. I've marked an outline here to say where I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to remove all the wood around in here as if it was the same as a relief carving. The first thing I've done is score this outline here with my marking gauge. So I've run that along here, and I've run a knife cut with a set square along here. So I've got a very nice edge to work to. I'll notice that the bottom amount of space is a little bit more than the top. That's a general good rule with lettering, because the letters themselves tend to drop optically. So you just add a little bit extra space here. Now what about the depth? Well, we don't need to go very deep. I'm thinking probably about 1/8 of an inch, which is about there. 3 millimeters is enough. We'll see how that goes. And we don't need to do anything with a depth gauge. We can do this all by eye, very simply. So I've got it locked in my bench here using my vise and bench dogs. And with that, I'm ready to start carving. I'm going to use my 60-degree V-tool to line in. In other words, I'm going to go around all the letters as best I can inside the waist. So I'm in the waist wood here, and outline them. So I'm going to start here. Now that's quite hard wood here, so going across, so I'm going to just use my mallet. Now the depth I want here is just above my finished surface. When I look at this wood here, I'm going to go along there now, the grain is going in this direction. That means that if I go in this direction, I'm going to tear up the wood. I'm going to go against the grain on the good side. So I'm going to make sure that I go, whatever direction I do, is I'm going to go with the grain on the bit I want to keep. So I'm going to go along here. And you can see that it's slightly tearing on the other side, and at some points it's very close to the letter, so I've got to be wary of that. So I'll go along all the outside, and then I'm going to start going around the letters themselves. Now there's going to be some parts like in here that are quite difficult to do anything about, but I'll just move my cut into there. when I come to junctions like that, I'm just going to do my best. On this side, I'm coming in this direction. Being a bit lighter here where it's cut into the top of the arm. What's going to happen is that bit here is not going to be as deep as there, because this wall, all the walls are going to be slightly sloping. This wall here and this wall here are going to meet at a further up from the background than, say, this wall here, which will go right down to the background. So just be aware of that. When you come to these tight little areas, just back off and you like that. If this is a softer wood, I wouldn't need my mallet, but here I am at the end of that stage of lining in. So I just want to summarise what I've done for you here. So I've gone around on the inside in the waist with the V-tool, and at some points I've been able to mark the depth which I'm going to, and at other points I've had to go lighter. Sometimes I can get a bit of a clear run, sometimes I can't, and I just have to do my best. What I've tried not to do is cut into where the wall will slightly slope out. I'll cut into the waist around the edge. What this is doing is it first of all, but besides marking the depth, it's allowing me to remove more waste here with a little bit of a buffer zone before I set into the exact edge. But the amount of waste here will depend on your lettering. In this case, I've got it quite tight together, and I think that's quite instructive. And I'll put some notes below this video to other projects where we've had more space around, and you can see this process going on again. So this is lining in, and this is where you want to be at the end of this stage. The next step that I call lowering is to remove this waste around the letters or whatever the element is, down to just above the background, which is where I place the bottom of the V. So I'm using a deep gouge, and the width of the gouge will depend really on the amount of wood you want to remove. In this case, again, it's quite narrow, so I might even go down to something as narrow as that. This is a number 10, so it's a little bit more U-shaped. This is a number 9, so it's a semicircle. Whatever, you're going to go across the grain as opposed to this way along the grain. Go across the grain as much as you can and start removing this wood here. Now I'm not using the mallet, but I am twisting it like this. When I come to the end here, I don't want to bump into the wall. So again, this is called rocking through the cut, excuse me, and I'm just easing it through there a little bit, like that. So I'm just above, that'll be now my final surface. So work probably this way, and I'll turn it around and work that way. So wherever I can, I think I will use my mallet here. The nice thing about a mallet is that when you hit it, it only goes so far, so it's quite easy just to tap it home. This is very hard wood. So, get my brush. So wherever I can, I'm going to remove this wood. A little bit here, a little bit there, down here. The important thing is not to run into the walls. The walls of the letter or the outline. Here we are at the end of the lowering stage. Looks a bit of a mess, but there's certain things that are important to point out. I'm going across the grain, which means that I don't have to worry about whether I'm going with the grain or against the grain. So I'm going across the wood fibres and the wood just falls away, crumbles away. That's a good way of working at this stage. The depth where I've been able to show it, like here, 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 and here, these are all the same depth. So it's as if I'm trying to see through across from this depth here to the background there. I'm just doing that by eye. Where I can, I've done a bigger area. Where I can't, I've just used my tools to open it up a little bit. That's all I can do at this stage. So it will vary according to your letters. But that's the end of this stage where we've got away most of the waste wood and we're down more or less to where we want to be. So the next stage will be just to clean this up a little bit. What I'm going to do now is level off whatever area I can, and in this case there's not a lot. I'm going to take a flat gouge and just say like this area here, just slice it across like so, and I'll turn it round perhaps in a minute and slice this way. So this edge here, this surface rather here, that is now a finished surface, and I'm going to go where I can along the carving and match this depth with this depth with, say, this depth over here and here and here, and that now will be a guideline to everything else I do. Now in this case it's all very tight, so there's not a lot to do in this levelling, but it might be in your letters, or if you've got a bigger area around here or a different shape, you've got quite a bit to do. Don't worry about leaving tearing up like this, any crud in the corners. That will be dealt with in our next stage where we're setting in and actually levelling off to a finish all over. So this is now a finished surface, this is around here. Yeah, as you can see there's not a lot I can get out of here. But I'll just say again, this is the bottom surface, this is the background, that's the depth we're going to, that's finished. I've got a little bit of a waste wood, you see there's a little white paper around there and a little bit to here to the edge. So I've got a little bit of waste there, and that's what we're going to do next, is actually set in, and then we can finish this background up to there.